Hey man, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Daron here, and we're back with another video. And in today's video, I'll be going over the top 10 things that I hate about the fragrance community as someone who has been in the fragrance community for around like 2 years now. Okay, so coming up first, the first thing that I hate about the fragrance community right now is the people who hate on cologne fragrances. I don't get the point of hating on cologne fragrances, and I'm gonna explain why. So in my opinion, like cologne fragrances, this is your like Afnan 9 PM, Lattafa Camera, Detour Noir. Those are just 3 examples of like some clones of like popular fragrances. And in my opinion, I mean, a lot of people, their argument for that is that it takes away from the original creation or like the original fragrance, which I understand, but I feel like colognes are created for a reason. Because here's the thing about it. Even like a lot of my like subscribers, a lot of them are like young. People are like young. Like some of my subs I know are like 13, 14, 15 years old. They don't have the money at that age to be spending like $200, $300 on a niche fragrance. Realistically, the main goal for everybody in this situation is to just smell good. That's like the end goal. I feel like if that's something that you want to do, I feel like you shouldn't have to spend $300, $400 just to smell good. I just know when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old, I didn't have the money to just like $300, $400, buy all these colognes. And at the end of the day too, a lot of people aren't as invested in this hobby as like I am, or like as you watching this, you're probably invested in this hobby too. A lot of people aren't as invested in the hobby. So it's like, at the same time, it's like, do they want to invest $400 into a fragrance? Probably not. If you think about it, like it's financially smarter, honestly, to go with clones because like they smell, like most of the time they smell at least like 80 to 90% similar to the fragrance. And like to the average nose, 99% of the people in the real world, they're not gonna be able to tell a difference. Only people that be able to tell a difference are like maybe, and that's just a maybe, some people in the fragrance community, but the average person, they're not gonna be able to tell the difference between a clone and like the real thing. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. Just stop hating on clone fragrances. People that hate on clones, I don't really agree with hating on clones, but yeah, that's it for number 1. Okay, moving on. The second thing that I hate about people in the fragrance community is that there's these certain people that I like to call them niche knobs. So you might be asking yourself, what is a niche knob? And in my opinion, there's 2 types of niche knobs. There's a good niche knob and there's a bad niche knob. A good niche knob is someone who, you know, only likes niche fragrances, and there's nothing wrong with only like niche fragrances. They typically, you know, cost more, but that also means you're getting like better performance, better smell, higher quality, better presentation. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good kind of niche knob, and they're supportive of the rest of the community because everyone has their preference. But the bad type of niche knob are the people who only buy niche fragrances, but they hate on people who, you know, wear clones and designers. I don't think that's right, because it's like not everyone can afford niche fragrances. And just because a fragrance is not niche does not mean it's bad. A lot of the designers in my collection, even the clones in my collection, I would wear them over some of the niche fragrances that I've smelled before. And I cannot stress this point enough. Like niche and designer, it's like it's always a constant battle and clash about which one's better. At the end of the day, they both have their good sides and their bad sides. I don't think there's like a clear winner between like which one's better. Also, another thing too with niche knobs, they tend to think that just because something costs more money does not mean it's better. A lot of these niche fragrances, they smell like trash. I'm not gonna cap. A lot of these niche fragrances are actually so bad. Back to what I was saying though, the reason why I dislike these people is because like, just because you have niche or you only wear niche, you only like niche, does not mean that the rest of the stuff is trash. Just because you have the money or you just only like niche, that doesn't give you the right to just hate on people that wear designers or wear clones. Just how you may only like niche, a lot of people may only like designer fragrances. So just like, fragrances are very subjective, so just you gotta be open to everyone's opinion. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this one. Okay, so the next thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community is actually when I go to stores like Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, Nordstrom, Saks Fifth, Neiman Marcus. You know, pretty much what I'm trying to say is any of these like department stores where they sell fragrances, the part I hate about it is when you walk into the fragrance store and the testers are empty. And it's like, okay, the tester could be empty, I don't know, maybe for a day. It might take like a day or two to replace it. No, at least at my Macy's, so they had 3 1 millions. They had 3 1 millions sitting out. It was 1 million EDT, 1 million Parfum. No, it was actually 4. 1 million Lucky, and then 1 million Elixr. All those were sitting out, but they were all empty. And it's like, okay, they're empty. I'll come back in like a week or 2, refill. No, it's been a whole month, and the testers are just empty. I don't like. It's just annoying when you walk in and then you start spraying it. It's just weird. It's just so weird. I feel like if it's empty, just like take it away. Like I just don't like that the empty testers just sit there for so long. Like you could be really excited. I know some people, they gotta drive, you know, 30, 45 minutes to go try fragrances. So you can walk into the store all excited and everything. And then you get to the fragrance part. So you see the bottle there, and so you pick it up. It's like a little bit lighter than usual. You're just like, okay. And then you look at it, you can't tell, like the juice level on it is so low, you can't tell if it's empty or full. That's happened to me before. Then you go to spray it, nothing. Hate it, man. That is the worst feeling in the world. I just feel dumb too. When I spray it, it's just nothing. I just keep on clicking it, nothing comes out. I just feel stupid, man. I hate it. But yeah, that's the third thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community: empty testers in department stores. Okay, so moving on to the fourth thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community, and this one is going to be actually the TikTok shop. To be 100% honest, it's not even the fact that TikTok shop exists, because truthfully, I got some good fragrances off of TikTok shop before. Like I got Versace off of TikTok shop. I really love that. Got Lattafa off of TikTok shop. Very good clone of Dior Sauvage Elixr. My problem lies when people get on there, they just lie. They just lie and lie and lie. They just keep lying just to get commission on these fragrances. Like I'll see someone talking about a fragrance, and it's like a creator that I really like. It could be a creator that I really enjoy. They're like, oh, this fragrance is a really good clone of yada yada yada, or this fragrance is so good. And then in the bottom left, you just see creator earns commission, or right above the title, you just see, you know, the TikTok shop link. And I'm just like, as soon as I see that, I just scroll off the video, because it's like, in my opinion, I just feel like a lot of people are just gonna lie to their audience, just, you know, get like the commission off the fragrance. And I can see why they do it. And it's like, it's not only a TikTok shop problem. This is like a problem everywhere within like everything. A lot of creators, they just lie about products just because they're getting paid to do it. I see why they do it. I don't like it. I'm sure you guys don't like it. I just think it's annoying. But yeah, that is another thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community. Okay, so moving on to the fifth thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community, and this one's actually gonna be like the same concept a little bit, but you know, like I was saying, you walk into those like department stores, Macy's, Ulta, Dillard's, Nordstrom, any of those like stores like that, is I actually hate when like the what's it called, like the workers. I hate when the workers just try to get you to buy a fragrance, and it's like the same thing as a TikTok shop. They try to sell you these fragrances because they get a commission on them. If you did not know, when those like department stores like that, like when each individual person sells you a fragrance, 99% of the time they get a commission on that sale. This is annoying to me specifically because like when I walk into a fragrance store, I kind of have like, gotta have like a plan, right? Most of the time when you walk into a fragrance store, you got a plan of what you're going to smell, and like you don't want to get off track. I do that because when you smell fragrances, once you get to like smelling like 4, 5, 6, like I think like at least like 8, probably max. After you smell like 8 fragrances, your nose like gets fried, and then like really everything starts to smell the same. Like you guys do not know how many times I've been at Macy's just walking, and I've got Dior Sauvage just like shoved into my nose hairs on a little tester card. Like I haven't smelled the stuff like 90 times, including that I also have it. Like I understand from like a sales perspective, like I'm living in college for sales, I understand that's their job, they're trying to get commissions, that's how they get paid, but like they just gotta chill sometimes. To add on to that one too, a lot of the times these like workers, they're just like wrong. They don't actually know about fragrances. Like you can walk up to one of them and be like, is the Mall Elixr, is it good for summer? They'll just tell you, yeah, just so you buy it. It's just like, they like, most of the time these fragrance workers, they just don't know what they're talking about. They're just gonna like lie or just say whatever they can just to try to get a commission on the sale. But yeah, man, that's the fifth thing I hate, when the retail workers just try to like force sell you stuff just to get a commission. Okay, so moving on to the next thing that I hate, I think we're on number 6. The next thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community is the people who I like to call them like sample sergeants. Now, sample sergeants are people that are like very against blind buying. So if you don't know, if you're like new here, I have like a series on my channel where I just like blind buy a whole bunch of fragrances, and then I'll like like in a whole bunch of the videos, like people in the comments talking about typing in the comments saying, oh my gosh, why you could just sample it. I don't get the point of buying all these expensive fragrances where you could just sample. Like, that's so boring. That's so boring. Blind buying is it's just so fun. Sampling to me is just boring. In-person sampling is actually very fun. Like I said earlier, all those department stores, I love going into those stores. I'll be in there for like an hour minimum, just, you know, testing the fragrances. But I just personally, I don't see myself, you know, paying $10 to like $30 for like a 2 ml sample. So I gotta wait on shipping on the sample, and then I end up liking the sample. Then I gotta wait on shipping again to buy the actual fragrance, which I also gotta rebuy, so it's more money. Like, I don't know. I don't like sampling. I don't like online sampling. I don't like online sampling. Sample sergeants, people in my comments just saying, don't blind buy, just sample everything. It's just not for me. I just don't like it. I really just do not like it. So the next thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community are the people online who call any fragrance, specifically designer fragrances that get popular, they just call them NPC fragrances. I feel like there's no such thing as an NPC fragrance. Like, if you really think about it, like, not that many people wear cologne. Like, if you really think, maybe like 1 to like 15 and 20 people actually wear cologne on like a daily basis. A lot of people don't even own cologne, and the people that do have it, they only wear it on like special occasions, you know, like weddings, proms, dances, stuff like that, dates, stuff like that. A lot of like the big NPC fragrances are like JPG Le Male Elixr, you know, Dior Sauvage, Versace Eros. Like, those, pretty much those 3 fragrances are like the main fragrances that everyone just calls NPC. I just think it's really stupid. Honestly, as someone who has been in the cologne game for 2 years, I smelled Dior Sauvage in person, I think total of 2 times. I've never smelled Versace Eros in person on someone else. I smelled a Versace Eros Flame 1 time. And then I have never smelled Le Male Elixr in person on anyone else. It's just like, there's no such thing as an NPC fragrance. Like, when people call stuff NPC, you gotta think of the bigger picture. In the fragrance community, it might be an NPC fragrance, but as a whole, in the whole world, in like day-to-day life, it's not an NPC fragrance. The chance of someone wearing the same fragrance as you in like the same day is just like, it's so slim. It's just like, at this point, just wear what you like. I want to start preaching to people. Honestly, just wear what you like. If you like the fragrance, go ahead and wear it. It could be Dior Sauvage. If you like Dior Sauvage, wear Dior Sauvage. If you like Le Male Elixr, wear Le Male Elixr. Don't, like, a lot of these people, they get their opinions off of TikTok. It's just like, I think a big thing with this NPC fragrances is they just like, they don't form their own opinions. They just roll what everyone else is saying. A lot of these, like, just form your own opinions on fragrances. There's no such thing as an NPC fragrance. That's one of the things I hate about being in the fragrance community. Okay, so the next thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community are people who are avid undersprayers. Like, the people who underspray are the ones that be like, I don't get compliments. I'd be like, how many sprays you put? 2? Like, what is 2 sprays gonna do? Please tell me what 2 sprays is gonna do. Unless you're wearing like Dior Sauvage Elixir, 2 sprays is not gonna do anything. And the thing is, a lot of the time, people get their underspraying habits from their parents. Like, I know a lot of parents, you spray 1 spray and they're gonna act like it's already too much, and then you spray 2 sprays and then they act like you just like nuked the United States. Like, it's not that bad. Like, any fragrance is gonna be strong when you first spray it on. That's why, like, you know, there's such thing as like the dry down and the projection. Over time it goes down. Just chill. Spray more. I would say 4 sprays minimum. I'd probably say like 15 max. So like anywhere from 4 to 15 range, depending on how strong your fragrance is, or if it's like a fresh, or if it's sweet. Anywhere in that range, you should be good. Just always keep in mind 4 sprays minimum. Please don't underspray. If you underspray, you're just gonna be wasting your money. No one's gonna smell you, and you're gonna be sad with your purchase because you're not getting compliments. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is kind of like an add-on of the one I said before. Another thing I hate about people in the fragrance community is that there's people who just lie about they get compliments. Like, okay, being realistic, compliments aren't rare, but they're not like often, especially by strangers. Like, people in the real world, they don't have just strangers walking up to them, oh my god, you smell good, and then just turning around and walking away. No one does that. An occasion where a compliment might come from a stranger is like if you guys are already talking to each other, and then like at the end of the conversation they just add on, oh, and by the way, you smell good. That's an example of like a natural compliment from a stranger. But like, people be just lying compliments. Oh, I got complimented by the whole gym, the whole grocery store, the whole blah blah blah. Like, compliments, it's not that popular. Like if you get complimented maybe like 3 times a week in a 7-day week, that's like a lot in my opinion. And it's not like people don't smell you. People smell your fragrance, just trust me. It's just that, especially if you're like in school or like in work or something like that, or like going like grocery shopping, a lot of people are strangers and they're just not gonna just like come up and talk to you. Like there's this one creator I watch, has a huge fragrance collection. His most complimented fragrance, he said he's got complimented on it 5 times. 5 times is his most complimented fragrance. He's a fragrance creator who's been in the game for like 3 years. People just lie about compliments, I guess, to just like make the fragrance seem better than what it is, or to make the video more entertaining, or like get more clicks. I don't really know. I just don't like the people just lying about compliments. I think it's kind of weird. And I think it's a little bit misleading too. Like, I'm trying to be truthful with you guys, so I hope everyone else is trying to be truthful with me. So that's what I expect. But yeah, that's one of the things I also hate about being in the fragrance community. Okay, and then the last thing that I hate about being in the fragrance community, this one's gonna be short. It's not too crazy. I thought it was funny. I'm gonna just throw it in there. So I have a TikTok account. I'm on TikTok. I'm sure a lot of the younger crowd watching this video are on TikTok as well. A lot of teenagers are on it. A lot of people like 21 younger on TikTok, you know, popular site. So if you follow fragrance content on TikTok, you know, like slideshows are like a very popular thing. So, you know, you see a video, it's like top 5 summer fragrances, top 5 winter fragrances, top fresh fragrances, top gourmand, top honey, top vanilla. You see something like that, and you swipe and do the slideshow, and then at the end of the slideshow you see like it's like a watch. It's like a Khalif watch or something like that. It's just like, I'm gonna put a picture of it right here. It's just like bro, I just hate it, man. A stupid watch at the end of the slideshow. It's so dumb, man. I just hate it. But yeah, that's the last thing on the list. But yeah, man, unfortunately that is the end of the video. If you guys think I missed anything, make sure you drop a comment down below. Drop down like 3 to 5 things you guys also hate about the fragrance community. I love hearing everyone's opinions, and I read every single comment. But like I was saying, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.